I don't know if you heard this story, Will. Google made an offer to buy Fitbit. And I was reading that, it kind of made sense to me. You have some experience with Fitbit. You had a Fitbit device. You wore it for, I don't know, a week?
3 months just to track my sleep.
You wore it for 3 months, really?
Yeah,
I didn't feel like you were wearing it for that long.
Well, maybe long sleeves or something.
Okay. All right. And what happened to you?
I ended up being dead. No, it was a good experience overall. It was good.
What is this? What is this review right now?
No, it's
okay.
It's really insightful, like in terms of sleep. Apparently, I wasn't getting enough REM.
Yeah. Oh, Kirk had the REM. Both of you were REM deficient.
Yeah.
So anyhow, Fitbit is this other major player. Obviously, Apple is killing it in the wearable department as far as smartwatches are concerned. When it comes to overall dominance within the segment, the vast majority of smartwatches that are being shipped are Apple Watches. I think there's a figure in this article of what that percentage happens to be for global smartwatches shipped. It's in here. Apple's doing some 50%, something in that territory. 30%. Anyhow, Apple Watch is the #1 smartwatch on the planet, and Android and Google hasn't had the same degree of success with Android Wear, which is now just Wear OS. It's changed names a couple times. There's been this wide variety of participants on the hardware side. I remember going to early Android Wear events. I went to Motorola HQ in Chicago one year when they first showed off. What was that? The 360, what's it called? Moto 360? I think that's what it was. And it was the first circular smartwatch, and everyone was all pumped up. Yeah, the Moto 360. And there's been so many attempts at an Android Wear watch from different manufacturers, but nothing has really caught on in a big way in a similar fashion to the Apple Watch for whatever reason, possibly because of the integration and the fact that you've got these various hardware players in the space. I think a big thing that's been holding back wearables for me specifically in the smartwatch department has been battery life isn't really there. So anyhow, there's a number of reasons, but Apple has been able to actually move smartwatches. And Google probably wants to take part in some of that. And to this point, it hasn't happened as much as they'd like. I mean, I'm speculating, obviously, with Android Wear or now Wear OS. So this would be a way, the acquisition of Fitbit would be a way to immediately increase your wearable footprint and user base, possibly merge the things together in some fashion. Fitbits are out there in the world. It's a brand. People know the brand. They seem comfortable with it. Fitbit has a wide variety of products already. They got the scale. I think I actually have the scale. And I've worn Fitbit products in the past too. They put out a new Versa. So they have a community. There's also a social aspect within your Fitbit account where you can compete with people. It's kind of Apple Watchy is what I'm trying to get to. Mm-hmm. The branding as well is kind of Apple Watchy.
It's a very well-known fitness tracker.
It is. For whatever reason, they've had success. They were early to market. It's a strong brand.
Yes.
So Google could really make a move in the space just through this acquisition and then using some of their software expertise to potentially amp up Fitbit and make Fitbit their real wearable competitor, either by merging with Wear OS or running them in tandem. Who really knows how that would work out? But anyhow, because of this offer, which went public or people found out about it, Fitbit's stock is skyrocketing. Well, that means you should have been invested already back when you were tracking REMs.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, anyhow, the stock resumed trading and ended the day up 30%, adding more than $330 million to its market cap to bring it to around $1.5 billion. Now, it's important to note, apparently, Fitbit was, prior to this news breaking, they weren't actually hitting their expectations. They were cooling off a bit. They had not hit their projections. And so maybe they need, maybe the two of them need each other at this point in time to properly compete with what Apple's doing, the level of integration that exists on the Apple front. I don't know. I've been wearing the Apple Watch. I started wearing the Apple Watch when I was using the iPhone, the latest iPhone 11 Pro. So I put the Apple Watch on. I'm tracking. It's telling me to breathe and get up. And
what'd you think?
And I go,
the overall experience.
I'm taking a breath, fitness rings, charging, lots of charging. I don't care about it. I don't want notifications on my wrist. I'm already distracted. I have too many notifications on the phone, so I don't have that going. I don't know. Some people find it really useful. It does the sleep tracking and a lot of other things too. I don't like to wear something on my wrist when I'm sleeping. I prefer to be free flowing. But it's cool. It's a smart thing. We've done stories of people fall off a cliff and the Apple Watch saves their life.
Yep.
That stuff is cool.
SOS, like just a button.
No, my experience with the thing, though, is the battery would probably be dead when I fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
And then there goes that idea. But anyhow, I think I'm going to go back actually to wearing the Polar product I had before, which I can charge a lot less frequently. And it occupies a lot less of my mental charging bandwidth for the devices I need to keep charged.
And that's not like a smartwatch.
It's not fully smart.
Notifications,
but it does your fitness. You charge it less. I kind of like the Fit better. Anyway, I'll probably go back to that. But as you can tell via this story, it is a market that the big players are paying attention to. And in the future, we may see this merging of Fitbit and Google, and we may see a new play coming from them in the realm of wearables to compete with this one, the Apple Watch.